Hello everyone, how are you guys doing? So you may be thinking, why sometimes a new released champion or a newly reworked champion has so many bugs when it gets released on the live servers? What are the people on the PBE server doing? After all, you have 2 weeks to test the champion. How does it happen that some basic bugs are shipped to the live servers? Why, for example, Nico had plenty of bugs when it was on the live servers? Is it only because of the people testing on the PBE? And I want to address why I think it is like this and how Riot can improve it. Because in my opinion, a lot of those bugs can be avoided if Riot does things properly. So let's start with the bug boards. This is one of the default places you can report bugs on the PBE. As you can see, we're scrolled 4 months down. Here we can actually see that this thread got the response from the Riot employee. And let's scroll further up. You can see that there are countless threads reporting different bugs, a lot of the bugs that happen, for example, in the Nexus Blitz. This is actually a very good example. There are tons of bugs in the Nexus Blitz that got shipped to the live servers. Basically all of this got pretty much ignored. There was nothing that was done about it. We reported those bugs. You can actually see that plenty of bugs were reported by TCM Mari, which is one of the guys I play a lot with. And this is, as you can see on the screen, I'm gonna show you, this is basically the bug that allowed you to escape this arena. That was reported on the PBE a few months ago. So this still got shipped to the live servers. As you can see, there weren't any responses from the Riot employees here. Here you can see the bug report by TCM Mari reporting that Sion and Nunu can leave the ring as well, which we also made videos about, and it got shipped to the live servers. So you can see there are a lot of valid reports here, but they didn't get a response, which is understandable. I can understand why you don't respond, but not fixing a lot of reported issues on board is pretty problematic, and some of them have plenty of upvote in here. So I think this is one of the big reasons why the reports and the fixing doesn't go so well. I think this is one of the reasons why so many bugs get shipped to the live servers. Those bugs were reported before. It's not something like, oh, this bug just happened, we couldn't have known that before. You could have known if you paid any attention to these boards that basically you made. So I think it might have been solid. By the way, you can see still no response from Riot members for like almost 2 months. There was one response like over a month ago from this place. So if you have like one person dedicated to these boards, you can actually see, if you look closely, that if there are some reports, you will get responses from different Rioters. So it's not like there is one Rioter taking care of this. It's basically, in my mind, it's something like, oh, we have some time, let's check it out, but sometimes we won't check it out. So this is highly problematic, because this should be one of the priorities for them to check. There are a lot of valid bugs, as I shown you a moment ago, that can be avoided if you just pay attention to this page. You can see there are a lot of posts here. You can actually see plenty of Rioters responses here, which is something new, I must say, because it's not very common to see a lot of Rioters responses on those threads. So the other way to report the bug I'm gonna show you is that, let me log into my PBE account and let me try to show you how you can also report the bug, because there is this page, report the bug. You get redirected to the page. It's also, for whatever reason, taking way too much time to load. Okay, let's try to be patient. I just want to report the bug. It's been already 15 seconds since I clicked it, and it still hasn't loaded. 20 seconds. 25. Oh, it only took around 25 seconds for this page to load. So here you can also fill this page. So I can actually see they made this page a little bit better than it was when I checked it last time. So here you can see what type of the bug you have. Here you can summarize the bug. Before, you used to need to fill a lot of more fields. So for example, a specific champion, how it happened, etc, etc. Now they fortunately made it shorter. So props to them for doing that. You can actually describe the bug here and then submit your bug report. But the thing is, I used to submit bugs through this form, and it was back in the time I reported few bugs, and after a few months I realized not a single one of the bugs I reported through this page got actually fixed. which is a bit problematic. So this is another thing that I would say can be improved. Maybe the person that goes through the reports, or if there is a person that goes through these reports regularly, which is the crucial word, because you shouldn't just go check it out like randomly. It should be checked regularly, in my opinion. Maybe have, as I said, dedicated person to all of this. I don't know if there is one, but I think that could improve things a lot, because I feel like there are a lot of reports that just get ignored and the bugs go to the live servers, and shouldn't be like this. So right now let's actually open the League of Legends client, the PBE client. Let's just patch the client real quick. Here we just logged on the PBE server, and I have a question to you guys. Have you known that here in the bottom right corner there's actually a report the bug button? Because if someone didn't tell me, I would have absolutely no idea that this is the case. And it's actually redirecting to the same page that I showed you a moment ago. But this is not a very easy to spot. This is a PBE test server. You should have a gigantic fucking report a bug over here in the middle, because this is the main priority of PBE. This is made for testing. You want people to report, so you want a big ass report a bug button, not the one tiny button that it's not, you cannot even see from the far without hovering over it, that it is to report the bug. So I would say this would be a solid idea. And then the thing that tilts me to oblivion is this, which is that only for the past 8 months, only ranked has been available on PBE. Only ranked. So before, for few months, there was a ranked but with bans available. So basically a new champion was released, people played ranked and everyone banned it, and you couldn't play normal because normal was disabled, as you can see here. So you don't even have a normal queue on the PBE server. You want people to test, and I wouldn't think you want people to try hard and be competitive and be stressed about playing a game on the PBE. What's the point of having a ranked queue on the PBE? If there is one, I think that normal should be enabled. So let me show you how exactly the ranked works here. Let me just fill and let me show you how it works. So you don't have bans in this particular ranked, but the problem of ranked is that you can only have a specific champion on one side. What does it do? First is that a lot of people will dodge the game because they didn't get this specific champion, the newly released champion, the newly reworked champion on their side, so they will just dodge the queue. And I've had times when it took me literally 30 minutes to get into the game because people dodged 10 times in a row or 15 times in a row. This is what happens. And I think it would be better if you had a normal queue, because then you can have the champion on both sides. What does it mean? Is that people are less likely to dodge because you can have the champion on both sides, so it's less likely that people will be dissatisfied. And what's even more important in my opinion is that you can have double the testing with the specific champion, because in ranked you can only pick this one champion per game, and in normal you could pick two. For example, 2 Nikos on one side and on the other side. In ranked it's impossible. So basically, for the same time playing, you have double the testing of the champion. And what's also important is that this champion can actually interact with the same champion. So Nico can interact with Nico. If you only have ranked, you have no way to basically test Nico versus Nico interactions. And trust me, it's pretty important. For example, when Urgot was released, how Urgot ult will work versus Urgot ult. I think it's pretty meaningful to test that before it's shipped to the live servers. So right now we just got loaded into the lobby. You can see you can declare your champions, but there will be no ban phase in this specific game. So this is how it works, but it still limits the certain pick. So you cannot have 2 Nikos, you cannot have 2 Amumus, you cannot have 2 Morganas or whatever. So I think not only you have less testing, you put more pressure on people, because no matter what, normals on the PBE were already tryhardy enough and people were already going mad about it. But when it comes to the rankeds, oh boy, people get even more tryhardy. And the purpose of PBE is testing. It's not about winning, it's about testing. So if you have ranked, people try hard even more, games end even faster, and you rarely have this scenario of people fooling around and discovering bugs. Because trust me, a lot of the bugs are discovered when you just do some funny shit by playing around, and you won't do that in ranked. This is not how it goes, so this is not gonna happen. This is my opinion on that. I think it would be way better than when we have normal queues. So we haven't had normal queues for like a year right now. What I would say, what my recommendations to Riot Games would be to make the games better and to allow less bugs to go to the live server is A, follow the PBE boards more, B, follow the PBE bug reports more. I don't know how it goes on the other side. I don't know who receives that, but I know that plenty of my reports got ignored in the past, or there was nothing done about them, so I don't know what happened to them. 3, make a big ass report a bug button in the game, and maybe 4, make a big ass report a bug button right after you end the game in the post game lobby. You can make this gigantic button. Oh, you had a bug. You have, oh, big report the bug button. I'm gonna click it and maybe report the bug. I don't think there would be too many people bothering to see this tiny little icon in the bottom right. And 5th, please bring back the normal queue on the PBE. It is so problematic you don't even realize. A lot of people want to test it, but what can you do? I am forced basically to make custom games, but it's very unlikely for most people to ever be able to get 10 people to play a custom game, so in order to get proper testing. So in my opinion, bring back the old normal games. They were working very well and I had no problems with them. I had less dodgers, there was more testing done with the same amount of time. So those are my recommendations. I don't know what you guys think about it, but I'm really curious about it, so please let me know down in comments what do you think about PBE, how it works, what would be your recommendations to make it better, and what do you think about the bugs being released to the live servers that could have been avoided, etc, etc. So thank you guys a lot for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this a little bit different type of video. Take care guys and have a great day.